Hi guys, welcome back to Harry Makes Up. I hope you guys are all really well. There was no video last week as I went away on holiday, and I think one thing I've learned from having a holiday, which was lovely, is that I think with Harry Makes Up now I'm going to try experimenting with perhaps doing a video once every 2 weeks as opposed to every week rigidly. I just feel like I never want to put a video out that I don't care about, that I don't feel is as good as it should be. I feel like I always want to make sure I'm producing really great content for you guys, and sometimes I think with the rush with working as a makeup artist as well, I don't always feel like I can kind of commit to making sure that I'm really happy with every video I produce. That's just how I felt recently. So anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to experiment with kind of filming less, perhaps once every 2 weeks. Obviously, if there's something I really want to film and I have the time, there might be the extra video that goes up here or there, but that's just something I'm going to be experimenting more with. Obviously, there's the podcast as well that I work on for coverage, so we do that once every 2 weeks, and with the new blog launches, there's going to be more regular content online as well in the form of the blog. I'm really loving photography at the minute, guys, and I'm really enjoying learning more about that, so I'm excited to bring that all to you. I'm going to get on with today's video, which is a Victoria Beckham Estee Lauder. This is her second collection. I'm going to do a little overhaul review whilst putting the makeup on as well. Some of the pieces I have already had a little play with because there's certain items of makeup I know I like to try a few times before I make a decision about whether or not I like it. I think everything apart from one lipstick that got sent a little bit later, that's the only thing I haven't tried, so that will be a genuine first impressions. As you guys may or may not know, I did a video when the first collection came out. I'll link that somewhere here if you haven't seen that, where there's certain products that are already in the second collection, are still in the second collection I should say. I've already reviewed those, so go and watch that video for the additional products to be reviewed that perhaps I don't mention today. I really loved the first collection. I feel like I only had good things to say about it. Everything from the packaging to the performance of the products to the shades she chose to the textures. I was really into it, and there's still pieces that I wear now, which I'll go into in a minute, kind of the products that I've really stayed true to and really loyal to. So this is the second collection for Victoria Beckham for Estee Lauder. It's inspired by her favourite cities. I think this time she has included Miami as another city as inspiration. She takes a lot of inspiration from her catwalk shows as well as the products that she likes to wear. So I've got my notes here, and I think the first thing that's worth explaining is it is expensive. I bought these with my own money. I brought some from Nordstrom and some from the Victoria Beckham site, the pieces that I couldn't get from Nordstrom. And it's pricey. It's really pricey. But I think if it's Victoria Beckham, you're kind of expecting you're going to be paying the luxury end. Her own design wear label that she has is high end. So I think that's worth keeping in mind. You know, there might be one thing you want to invest in. And yeah, I think we should just get on with the video. So I thought I would just do a run through before I go through the new products, the products that I have from the old collection, the previous collection, sorry, that I'm really loving still and have actually become kind of like staples in my makeup kit, that because they're in the second collection as well, definitely I recommend purchasing. They're things that I know I love. So the first thing that makes it into the second collection, which was also in the first collection, is the Morning Aura. Such a beautiful bottle, it's insane. This I think was $95, so this is pricey. So this is aimed at being a moisturizer and primer all in one. I find this very hydrating. I am wearing it now under the base I'm wearing, and as you guys may or may not know, where have I put my base? There we go. The base that I like to wear this with, the kind of two together, are the YSL Encre de Peau cushion. I absolutely love this foundation with this. They're such a natural looking combination. You can see I've got it on my skin now, and it's just the most beautiful, hydrated looking glow. It's like healthy skin in a bottle. Yes, there are things you can buy that do a similar thing for a lot less money, granted, but the product itself is beautiful, and I've got to say it's one that I do go back to time and time again, and I do choose it over other primers. So keep that in mind. There are cheaper alternatives, but I do really love this, and this is something that I use nearly every day. So the other product that has made it into my own makeup bag that was in the first collection and is also in the second collection is the bronzing powder. This is Java Sun. Such a beautiful matte tone. I really love this, and she has actually now launched a second bronzer as well called Saffron Sun. So there are two shades to choose between, both matte, which I really like. So I didn't buy another bronzer because I already had the Java Sun. I know I love it. The packaging, as you expect with Victoria Beckham, is stunning. The new new line for the second collection features a different print. So as you can see, one has like the ribbed leather and this one has like a kind of pebbled leather. So I think they're leather look. I don't think they are actually leather, but they're very weighty, very nice indeed. Really, really love the packaging across the kind of face products. So bronzer I still love and I use, and then the other product that I love and have used for quite a long time now, and this is why I didn't buy another one, is the eye kajal. So I have black saffron and vanilla. I love this as kind of like a capsule makeup wardrobe item. I feel like you can take this, it's a space saver that you've got two ends. The black is one of the best blacks for doing like a smudgy coal eye. It's incredibly soft. If you're looking for a hard coal and you don't want anything that smudges, this won't be for you. But I feel like this is a really, really good smudgy black liner that makes a smoky eye very, very effortlessly, and it is really, really pigmented. So for me, that's a win, and I still use that from the first collection. And she has also brought out another shade now in this because I think it was so successful, and it is, I think, sapphire and vanilla. So it's like a blue, a dark blue shimmer, which is lovely. So there is another, oh gosh, another one of those in the new collection. So I'm going to try and use as many of the products as I can that I've bought that are the new ones. I have some lips, I have some eyes, I have some new face products. And let's go on to the eyeshadows, because the first time round from the first collection, I brought the eye palette, as it was called, which came in the brood packaging, and it had these colours. Let me open it. It was these colours here, which I loved. I really loved the selection. I felt like it wasn't too safe, but there was enough shades in here that I could use on a daily basis, plus some fun ones. Now, note this has 6 colours in, okay? The new eye palette, this is the new one for her Autumn Winter 2017 collection. Again, it's got the lovely kind of pebbled leather effect case, packaging stunning. Has 4 eyeshadows. So that's the first thing I've noticed. I think for me, I'll correct down below if I'm wrong, but I think these were the same price. I feel like I would have liked 6. I feel like for the price, it seems odd to me that they've gone for 4 eyeshadows down from 6. And they were good sized pans in the first collection. Now let's talk about the colours. Again, I feel they're very autumn winter appropriate. There's some nice kind of classic shades in here. I actually used this on a shoot recently to have a play with it, and I used the grey colour. And I find it came out kind of like a blue toned grey. So that's just worth keeping in mind. The shimmer, I find, let's see, I mean, it is beautiful, but it's quite like a chunky shimmer, which for me isn't really my cup of tea. Now that's just a preference thing. I think that depends on what you prefer in terms of your eyeshadow finish, but worth keeping that in mind. So I'm gonna apply this so you guys can see it, and we'll talk about it as I do it. Okay, so I'm gonna take a bit of the grey, and we're just gonna apply that as like a wash of colour over the lid. So I will start with this one. And it's funny, on me it doesn't come out as blue. So I am obviously loading the brush up, and I feel like these eyeshadows are good. They're not the best eyeshadows I've ever tried. What I will say is I'm having to layer quite repeatedly to get the opacity. So to get a nice opaque finish, but that's not, you know, too much of an issue. I feel like as long as you're not in a rush and then I'm just going to blend it. They blend very well, so no issues there for me. It's nice. It's not the kind of shades I would go for. They're the kind of shades that make me look a little bit dead, which is why I feel I'm glad there is a burgundy, because I'm going to go in with that now on a softer brush. And I'm just going to take that kind of through the socket a little bit for a little bit of depth. Now, I think the first thing you'll notice if you are using the kind of burgundy shade is, I wouldn't say it's the most pigmented burgundy shade. It does tend to like go a bit dull, so it doesn't have the same like vibrancy as her previous eyeshadows did. It's not bad. Again, I don't feel like there's nothing there, or you know, it's giving me a look that I don't like. It's more just that feeling of it's not what I'd expect for the price tag. I think more pigmented shadows you can always sheer down, whereas it's a lot more work to build up something that's not very pigmented. So just taking that through the socket. So again, as I said, I have the kohl. Now a new product that she does have is, where is it? This, which is called the Smudgy Matte Eyeliner, which comes in graphite. So it's like a dark grey. Now this is an interesting one because I really feel like some people, again, it's a bit like when she did the eye foils, which she has now brought out in a pot rather than the stick form, which is what I had in the first collection. This is like a Marmite product because I feel like it's more of a makeup artist product than a consumer product. And what I mean with that is it's not an easy product to use, it's very messy, and I think that will put a lot of people off very quickly. First time I used this on myself, pigment went everywhere, which is why I'm doing my concealer after this. So if you didn't know that, you would probably go to use this and have a bit of a shock. I'm going to use this along the lash line, so you can already see it's falling down onto my skin. I love the concept, but I just think you can do the same with a kohl, to be honest, and it's cleaner, it's more effective. So now you're going to get to see like it all sort of like falling down the eye area. So, I mean, I like the effect that the actual applicator gives. I think it looks really cool, but I think there's easier ways of doing this. So you can see I have fall down. I'm going to do the other eye as well and then clean up, but just goes to show you this is quite a messy product. You don't want to get it on your carpet or your bed if you do your makeup on your bed. And I think that's just something worth keeping in mind, is that, yeah, it's going to be not necessarily an easy product to use. Okay guys, so just to let you know where we're up to, I've just popped on a bit of concealer and a bit of brow because Victoria Beckham does not have those items in her collection. I've also used a tiny bit of powder just down the T-zone. It's nice because you can still see the morning aura coming through really nicely, so you can see that glow it gives. I love that product, it goes without saying. I'm going to go onto the Ica jar, which I told you guys I love, and I'm going to use black saffron, and I'm going to do a couple of dots along the top of the lash line just to intensify the look slightly. And I'm a huge fan of these. I think the blendability in these is really, really incredible. Like, if you find doing a smoky eye difficult, you could literally do like 5 dots of this and just smudge it out for a really, really nice smudgy look. And I'm just gonna smudge that into that grey. So the other thing that is new in the second collection is a mascara. I love the packaging. I love how thin the barrel is. This is super cute. And this is the Blackest mascara. I believe it's called the Eye Ink mascara. Now I'm going to curl my lashes just because I would always curl my lashes if I was going to do my mascara. So let's give lashes a nice curl. So the wand on this is beautiful. I really, really love the shape of the wand. I love the shape of the applicator. It reminds me a lot actually of the Clinique, I think it's the Lash Power mascara. So if you like that, I think the brush is very similar. But I'm going to apply it for you, and I've got to say I like this. I really, really like it. I think it gives a really, really pretty lash effect. It's very, very buildable. It's very lengthening. But I do find any mascara when I first buy it, it's that little bit too wet for me, so I like to take a little bit of excess off in a tissue. So I've just added a little bit more mascara actually on the bottom lashes, and I feel like you can add quite a bit of drama to this, which I like. You could have quite a soft feathery lash, or you can kind of keep building and get a bit more oomph, so really, really like that actually. So the next item that I did buy, which was new for this collection and it wasn't in the first collection, is the cheek cream. I would describe this colour as quite a kind of tawny, browny terracotta, which I love the idea of with a tan, and I think if you have a pale skin, it can also look really, really nice. I don't know if anyone remembers the matte cream blusher in Cherry. I remember one fashion week that had like a real moment and it gave a really nice kind of autumn flush. So I like the colour. Not sure if I would choose to wear it normally with this eye look, because it feels a bit warm, kind of in contrast to the cool tone eye. However, you guys know I am obsessed with cream blushes at the minute. Whoa, that's a lot of pigment. I didn't actually think that much pigment was going to come out, so let's take that for both cheeks. That was my bad. I love how pigmented it is. For me, I do like a cream. I like to be able to build it. Okay, so thoughts on that cream. Really, really beautiful. I think I'm a lover of cream-based products anyway. So it also has the nice pebbled leather effect casing. It feels nice and weighty. I like the amount you get. I think that's a nice size of product. I really, really like that. I feel like I like that it has no shimmer in as well. What have we got left? Let's think. We've got lips. Ooh, I know what we have got actually. So maybe I use this on my cheeks. This is the Aura Gloss. So nice little pot it comes in. It's like a kind of, it's called Honey 01. It only comes in one shade. And this is like a kind of glossy finish that I presume you could use anywhere. You could use it on the lips, you can use it on the cheeks, you can use it on the eyes. I love an eye gloss, you guys know that. I'm gonna choose to put this, I think, on my cheekbones though, just because I don't know if I want to do a glossy eye today. Okay, so that just amplifies things up a little bit. It works really nicely with the cream blush. You can see I am very much glowing. Let's do a little bit of that on the lip. So I like that, it's nice. I feel like there's other things I have in my kit that I probably would choose over this, but it's very, very nice, and I like the idea of a product like that in a kit where you can do different effects on your eyes, change up the kind of sheen to your skin, or it might be nice to use that as like a lip balm instead, so if you just have like a nude tone lips. And this year I have 2 of the lipsticks. Now I brought the first one thinking I brought the one that I actually wanted. So I have here the Burnished Rose, and there's 3 shades now in the new collection, and they're all matte. So I like the fact she's kind of opted for a different formula now. This one is very, very pink, and when I tried it on me, it just didn't really work with my skin tone. I think if you have a paler skin tone, this will look stunning. It is a lot more pink than what it looks in the bullet. So the one that I really wanted to get was this one, which was the Black Cassis, because it does remind me of a Tom Ford kind of black orchid shade. Really, really excited to try this. Now I'm gonna look incredibly vampy in a minute, so I think what I'll do is do 2 options for lips. So I will do one option with the gloss, so you guys can see it with the gloss. If you wanted to kind of recreate a similar look, you could just have this on your lips, just as like a really simple balm. So that is how I would wear it if I was going to do a more minimal lip with this eye look. I could totally go back in with more kohl and kind of really smoke up the lash line. That's also an option by going in the lower waterline. But hopefully you can see kind of how those perform with this kind of look. So now I do want to try the darker lipstick, and this is the matte lipstick. So I'm just going to remove the balm off of my lips. And let's try out this Black Cassis, because this does look such a beautiful shade. And one thing I said in my last video, which I still stand by, is that the Victoria Beckham lipsticks are very small. I feel like you get a good amount of product in them, but the case is small. And whilst that's still a cute chic thing, I feel like Tom Ford lipsticks, Chanel lipsticks, you get a much bigger bullet. So I feel like there was some inconsistency within packaging of the sizing with the lipsticks compared to everything else. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. This is Black Cassis. I did think it was going to be a lot more berry toned, and in the bullet it looks a bit more browny red. So let's try it and see. Taking my lip balm off. Okay, pigment's good. I'm just going to, that's actually a really nice colour. So you could even make that like a really nice autumnal stain actually. So it's pretty, but let's go full pigment. And this is supposed to be matte. Whoa, that is vampy. Okay, I'm being really lazy because I don't have a lip brush nearby, but I just wanted to show you the pigment, and my goodness, that is full on. That really is. Don't know how matte I would say it is. It feels slightly more satin than a matte lipstick, and it does say matte. There's definitely a little bit of slip in there. Yeah, I would call that more of a satin lipstick than a matte lipstick. However, the colour is incredible. The payoff is amazing. I think if I was going to buy one of the lipsticks from the new collection, I would go with this. Obviously, it looks very vampy on myself right now, but you could definitely kind of pat this in and do a really nice like wine stain. It is a really good sort of wine Bordeaux tone, which is really, really nice for autumn, winter. I do really, really like that. I think it is very, very vampy, and definitely if I was going to wear this look, I definitely wouldn't do this eye with it. So just so you guys know, this is just so you can see all the products kind of in action. So final thoughts, I feel like, is it worth it? I feel like in terms of being worth the splurge, I think there are definitely pieces that in my opinion are. There is a translucent powder that I didn't pick up, and I think now in hindsight I probably would choose that over the eyeshadow palette. I feel like of all the things I tried, the eyeshadows for me were the most, again, they're not bad, I don't feel like they're bad, but I just don't think for how much they cost, they don't blow my mind. I feel like when you swatch them, then they come out quite strong, but I don't know if you can see where I put the grey into the lid. I feel like it's faded a little bit, and I definitely feel like the burgundy, for example, it's not like there's loads of kind of cranberry nuts in there. I feel like it's sort of a little bit washed out a little bit. I mean, obviously you could probably keep building them, but I know other eyeshadows that have intense payoff straight away, so that's something to consider. And again, I think the shades with this one, they're more kind of like trend-based shades. So I love the plum, I love the black. If I'm honest, I probably wouldn't really use the white or the grey. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice, it's not bad, but it doesn't blow me away. So that's what I would say with the eyeshadows. I still think for me, my kind of favorite pieces are Morning Aura just because I love it. This lipstick, while it might look a bit gothy and scary with the eye I've got going on, I think I would wear this in a different way, and I would definitely experiment with putting it on as a stain, because I think then you get more looks within one product, which is really nice. I like the gloss. I like the fact she's kind of bringing in a few more editorial based products. I think that's really fun. I still think the bronzer is one of the best things in the collection. Modern Mercury, the highlighter is beautiful, the powder products, plus you get the nice packaging. So I think if you want to kind of have the overall luxury experience, go for something that's in the compact, that's probably face product used for face products. The cream blush I really love, and I think I will take that a lot on holiday for when I've got a nice tan. I think that will be a lovely shade for like autumn, winter, when I don't want anything too pinky. So I'm really, really pleased with that. And let me know your thoughts down below if there's anything that you guys have tried or anything you think you'll pick up, things that probably haven't impressed you as much as you hope they would. Let me know. I would love it if you guys subscribe. Check me out on Instagram it's at HarryMakesItUp for my Insta stories, where I'll do live check-ins of how things wear, etc. And I'll see you soon for videos. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.